in the springtime and the summer, sometimes, if you're really lucky, you might find a mouse or a frog hanging by one of these spikes up in the air in the tree. And you say to yourself, how the heck did that get there? There's a little bird. He's about this tall. And he's called a shrike, a northern shrike. And the northern shrike uses this tree like you use your refrigerator to store its food.
It's cocktail hour.
It's cocktail hour? Okay.
He puts them on cocktail sticks.
Oh, puts them on cocktail sticks. There you go.
Or it's smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. Buffet. I like to think of it as a buffet. It's fast food.
It's fast food.
Okay, that's a gem.
What they do is they'll find a frog, they'll catch it, they'll spear it on one of the branches, one of the spikes, they'll fly away, they'll catch another one, they'll spear it on one of the spikes, and then they'll eat the first one. So they don't eat what they catch until they catch something else. So they always have some food in storage, which is kind of smart.
Oh, we come here next time. Oh my God, poor thing.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
I thought they died.
I'm going to send a bunch of the kids from the front all the way to the back. So that you guys are going to... Nope, you're going to go all the way to the back. Okay.
All the way. She said all the way to the back.
All the way to the back.
All the way to the back.
Do I need to tap down the head of the thing? I'm going to ask...
Over the river and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. Whoa. Whoa. The woods.
Be obedient. Go to the back.
Okay, then you're good.
You are up front. She knows.
We're going to rotate again when we stop. To the back.
A little bird in the woods. Turkey vulture TV. I think I'm video.
So that way you can say, hey, I see a TV.
In the sky.
In the sky. He's a scavenger. He eats dead things. No. Turkey. By the beat. Well, you have to go by the patches. Well, yeah, turkey vulture is much bigger too, much bigger beat. The black vultures are shorter, stouter.
Yeah, that one's out.
That was a turkey vulture.
That one's out a lot. Open.
Yeah, they eat dead things.
Interesting. They do a couple of things that are interesting.
You okay?
One of the things
I
they do
wanna hear
that's
this.
interesting is that
I'm
when
good,
they're
I'm good.
scared, animals, is they projectile vomit at them. So if you were a fox and you were threatening a turkey vulture, the turkey vulture would go bleh, and he'd puke right at you. Now, do you think if you were that fox and you got puked at, you'd ever go near a bird that looked like that again? No way. You learned that lesson once and you learned that lesson well. Okay. We have another interesting thing right here. Okay, right up here in front, we have something called a herd path. Okay? The herd path is a place where animals crossed our path and they were making their own path. So when you come up here and you look that way, you'll see footprints in the snow coming this way, and then you'll see them continuing that way. This path was from a white-tailed deer. Okay? White-tailed deer.
just keep pushing me to get everywhere I live.
Well, you just need to stay where you are and relax, sweetie.
I tried.
Interesting here as well. This tall tree that's dead on top. Can you guys see those holes in the trunk?
Yes.
Who made them? Woodpeckers made those holes. That's right. Who might live in those holes? Squirrels.
Why would raccoons?
All kinds of stuff might live in those holes. You might have woodpeckers. In the wintertime, one of the things they do when it gets super, super cold, woodpeckers will peck a hole in a tree just a little bit bigger than their body.
Like that?
They get into the hole and they're all pulled in tight, and that's where they spend the night. So those nights when it was -1 and -7 or single degrees, you know there's woodpeckers in those holes. Or at least in some of those holes. Other little birds will use those holes too, especially during a big snowstorm. Like when we had that blizzard right after Christmas. Those little holes would be full of little birds. Sometimes, if the hole's big enough, a raccoon might go in the hole.
Oh.
There's a bird called a wood duck. One of my favorites, really cute little bird. Loves to build a nest in a woodpecker hole, in a big woodpecker hole. Now, right over here, you guys can see there's some green leaves in here. And it's sort of like a big jumble of thorns. We have a couple of things in here. Most of them are not from New Jersey. They're not native. They're in what we call invasive, non-native invasives. We have something right here, the one with the rounded shaped leaves that's sort of clinging to everything over here. That's honeysuckle, Japanese honeysuckle. It smells really awesome. The flowers taste good, but it's not from here. We have a native honeysuckle that's orange that the hummingbirds love to drink from. This is not it. And this outcompetes our native. The other thing we have here, right here, and this one's actually flowering, not flowering, leafing out. This is multiflora rose. Multiflora rose is a rose from Europe that's not from here, that grows everywhere when it gets out of control. We also have some raspberry bushes in here that taste great in the summertime, but guess what? Not from here. They're not from here. Even though we like the way they taste, they're not from here.
Where are they from?
They're from Asia. I do believe raspberries are from Asia. At least the ones I'm thinking of are Himalayan raspberries. And then we've got a lot of trees around us that are naked. They have no leaves right now. There's a special science word for when trees have no leaves. That word is deciduous.
Deciduous.
Okay. Now, whenever I learn a new word, I say it 5 times, and then I use it in a sentence, and I find that just really helps me remember it. So let's do that. Deciduous, 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 deciduous. Our sentence is, trees that lose their leaves in the fall are deciduous. Trees that lose their leaves in the fall are deciduous. Now we also have a couple of trees over here that are green still. The big tall ones. Those are cedar trees and they're called evergreens. All right.
Evergreens. They're not deciduous. No,
Okay.
they're not. They're not deciduous. Right.
We see geese.
Eagles flying around here?